Hello everyone. As you can see, it's already late. Emil and I, yes, he's 13 kilos and I'm carrying him on my back because we just went to the Christmas market here in our town. I got a bottle of whiskey, not for myself. My brother is a whiskey lover and this is like was made in my town. So I got that for him for Christmas. I also met a friend there. We talked a little bit about business because we're going to help each other out. It's going to get a little dark here. It's been an uneventful day. It's just a Saturday. And I took Emil because when he woke up from his nap, he was like crying and he wanted me. And my hair looks crazy. So Lola stayed home with Romy and her two friends. They wanted to make a Christmas gift for me. She said she wanted to craft something for me. So it was good that I was gone for about an hour now. And then Emil was with me. But I had to carry him because it was so crowded there and the stroller wasn't gonna fit through there because there's so many people. And yeah, I just got this. Didn't find anything else for anyone as far as Christmas gifts go. But going home now and gonna make some dough for my next sourdough bread. Ooh, this light is very yellow. Now I look like yellow. I'm mixing my bread dough, and so I just have this, they call it a Danish whisker. Well, that's what we call it in Germany. And let's see, it's about 7 p.m. So what I'm gonna do now, after I incorporate this a bit, I'm gonna let it sit for about 30 minutes and then I'll do the first stretch and fold. And then after another 30 minutes, I'll do the second stretch and fold. And then another 30 minutes, I'll do the third stretch and fold. It's usually kind of what I do. And then I go to bed and I'll let it sit at room temperature overnight. And it's not too warm here. In the summer, I probably would have to put it in the fridge, but since it's not that warm in the house right now, and at night it gets just a little bit cooler because we tuned down the heater. So I used the sourdough, and now I'm about to fill it up. I put this rubber band here so I always see how much it has risen. I'm gonna feed it again, and I will put this back in the refrigerator until the next time I make bread, probably, I don't know, in about 4 to 5 days. We don't eat that much bread every single day, but I still actually have some of the other bread, so probably I might put this in the refrigerator, like in the morning. I will shape it and then put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours and then bake it Monday morning, first thing when I get up. It takes about 50 minutes to bake or so. I usually do like 30 minutes with the lid on. And then I take the lid off and then I bake it 20 minutes without the lid. And it's yummy bread. It's just the most yummy bread. In Germany, sourdough usually is made with rye flour. And it's very easy to make sourdough with rye, but with wheat, it's much harder. It's much more finicky. I love this bread, and the kids don't like the rye bread so much. Well, it's not true. The little ones do. But my older daughter doesn't like it. She likes, I put 375 grams of regular white flour, non-bleached, and then 100 grams of whole wheat flour. And yeah, Lola and Amy, I put them there. They're eating rice right now. Lola, are you eating rice? Oh, and Amy, what you got? What is this? Oh, I think there was chocolate, and he found chips because Romy had chips, but it's empty. Almost empty. There's just a few pieces left. Did you eat all the rice? Did you want some more? Did you want more rice? They love rice. So when I'm eating, I don't know if you can see it. I made rice, and I made like Chinese. It's not really Chinese, but this is the rest, what was left over of my Brussels sprouts, and then I made some red bell pepper to go with that, and I made a sauce with it. pretty good with the rice. Yeah, just making the bread. That's pretty much it. So good. So, should have talked first. But here in Germany, Christmas markets are a really big thing. People love going to Christmas markets. And I did have we call them Glühwein. It's basically a hot wine with some spices. It's pretty sweet, but I only have one cup. It's totally enough. I never drink alcohol. But I think for a Christmas market, it's very special. Plus, I walked over there. It's like 5 minutes walk from my house. So I didn't have to drive anywhere. So that's a good occasion to have like a... Oh, you want some more rice? Nochmal? He says nochmal, which means more. So I'm gonna make... Let's see. I'm gonna put some more rice in. I made this with a rice cooker. I love my rice cooker. I have a little rice cooker like this. Very handy. It's just enough for, well, our family now. If we were more people, we probably would need a bigger one. This works out pretty well. Okay, baby. You want more? Here you go. Oh, you got the spoon? No, here. Lola's done, so you can take her spoon. Chips are empty. Okay, so my daughter had a friend over. She came from, well, she lives an hour away, and her mom actually drove her here. The reason why she knows her is, like, they actually started playing this game online, Roblox. These kids love Roblox. So they met, and they have this little group that always plays together. And the really neat thing is, like, they actually have met several times now in real life. Like, they have come over to our house. Her mother drove her over, and like, there's a really nice family. And so I got to know even the parents. She has another friend that she plays with, but now they're really best friends, kind of. But she lives really far away. She lives all the way in northern Germany. We live all the way in southern Germany. So that's about, from here, about 8 hours drive. But her dad actually drove her down here in the summer, and we kind of spent a day together at a nice amusement park that's close to us. That's kind of especially for kids. And they met again when we went to the concert like 3 weeks ago. And so, you know, a really nice family, and it's kind of cool how now, like, they're friends in real life. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about the relationship thing yesterday. There's so much more to it, of course. Now, Romy's dad and we still have a friendship. But it is very clear that we're not like a couple. But, you know, some people ask me, like, I am not a single mom. I'm kind of like a single mom by choice. But I think the good thing is the kids... Oh, no, I have something in my throat. The kids all have the same dad on the birth certificate. They also know him as a dad. So they grow up always knowing who their dad is. Now, with the twins, with Lohan and Emil, I did a lot of research. And the best thing is to, you know, now they don't understand anything. I mean, they don't care right now. But age appropriate, you start talking about the story of how this happened, how they came to your family as early as you can, so that it's a normal thing. You don't want them to, you know, maybe be a teenager and then you drop the bomb. By the way, you are not genetically our children. I'm not genetically your mother. So I'm going to explain to them you know, as kids, there are stories, there are books. A lot of them are in English. I don't know if there are any German ones. Maybe I should write one. To where small children can understand that there is such a thing as that your parent, like, you came to your parents through alternative routes. And so the best thing is to just tell that story as early as possible, and then just, you know, as they understand it when they're small. And I always did this with Romy. I never told her like weird stuff like, oh, the bees and the birds. I mean, if she ever wanted to know anything, which kids only want to know things they're actually mature enough for, really. And so you would just explain it as they can understand it at their age. And there are certain things they don't even want to know at a specific age. And even now, my 11-year-old, I mean, she's starting puberty now, big time. But there are things, she knows the things. But she's like, oh, gross, don't think about it. She knows how things work, but we talked about it in a very sober way before. How does this work? How do babies come about? Plus, she was completely involved in the process, like with the twins and how this all works. And you know that I have to wait for my ovulation, and then the endometrium is ready and receptive to receive those embryos, which is just a bunch of cells at this point, but that bunch of cells is going to become a baby and a human being. And I explained everything to her, how this all works, and so she has a lot of awareness of what happens, and I'm gonna handle it the same way with the twins. I'm just gonna age appropriately explain whatever they want to know about the world, and I'm not gonna tell lies, you know, I'm just gonna tell the truth, but age appropriate. And about, you know, like the most important thing is that they're loved and that they're very much wanted. And I'm really glad that, you know, they're twins, so they always will have a genetic relative, which that was really a big reason why I opted to transfer to now this time. I just don't think I mean, for my body physically, I want to give that baby the best outcome if I do get pregnant. So another twin pregnancy, I think that would be more risks this time. So there he is. Oh, he finished eating. He is so heavy. I just carried him basically for more than an hour at the Christmas market because there was so much crowd and I was afraid I was going to lose him. Stroller, there's no way you're going to push a stroller through there. It's too many people. So, but anyway, that's the update for today. And yeah, Romy has a pretty terrible cold right now, but kind of just a head cold, like nose is all messed up. I hope it's gonna get better soon, and I hope they're not gonna get it, because whenever they can't breathe, I mean, they just had it a few weeks ago. It's not fun because they don't sleep well, and I'm tired then because it's always times 2. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow, and we will continue the journey and all the storytelling. Bye-bye.